Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Yesterday I heard another update on, what's coming, how things are going to progress and all that kind of stuff with the new world. Not New World Order, but New Earth. And I'll tell you what I heard. And are you you're at that place where you're just ready? You're like, oh my God, come on already. When's it going to happen? We've been hearing about this for how many years now? And I know a lot of us, it's like we've been saying something's coming, and we know something's coming, but nobody really knows when. Well, somebody knows when, but it's not us. So yesterday, the message that I heard, and you hear, depending on who you talk to, you get a different message. And bottom line, it's like everything else. You have to take what resonates and leave the rest. Because some things that I hear are pretty far out there. And for some people that aren't awake, what I say is pretty far out there. So, again, take what resonates and leave the rest. The biggest thing is live in the now. Just live today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. You live the best you can live today, and don't worry about when 5D Earth is going to get here, when the big solar flash is going to get here, when the extraterrestrials are going to get here. Because you know what? It's already happened. On a timeline somewhere, a parallel timeline, in another existence, it has already happened. Or we wouldn't even be thinking about it. We wouldn't even be wanting it to happen. The thing is, it's like everything else. Your existence, your dream, whatever you have dreamed of has already happened. You just need to you need to vibrate at the point of that existence to bring it into your reality. It's like everything else. Because you want something that I don't want. I want something that you don't want. So whatever you have a desire for, you wouldn't have that desire if it wasn't meant to be yours. Because what you want is not what I want. And what I want, again, is not probably what you want. Or not, you might want some of the things that I want, but we're two totally different people. Every single person has a desire, and it's out there. And when you think about 5D, what does that mean to you? And my husband and I were talking about this the other day, and it's like, I think because I have heard, and I'll tell you what I heard yesterday in a minute, but I have heard, it's like being on two different trains, going down two different tracks. You've got the 3D and the 5D, and they're going parallel for a while, and then they start to split, and then they go off in different directions. Then you've got the Bible interpretation of tribulation, and the sky opening, and Jesus, the trumpet sounding, and Jesus coming and taking all of his children, and the people that aren't saved are like, what the heck happened? Where is everybody? Like the movie Left Behind. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it's a really good movie. But that's, so, and then I heard another scenario where it's like the shift happens, and the people that are enlightened are in 5D, and the others are in 3D, and you just don't, the 5D people don't see the 3D people, and vice versa. It's like, and the way I relate that is like the angels. The angels are in a higher dimension. They see us when we call them, when they choose to. Some of us can see them, some of us can't. They choose to interact with us at their will when they want to, when we call them. It's kind of that, it's a different frequency. So is the 3D and the 5D. It's a different frequency. But when you think about all of those things, those different scenarios, what do they have in common? It's a separation of a frequency. Whether it's a train track that's splitting and then all of a sudden this train can't see this one anymore, or it's the tribulation and the saved souls are sucked out of here to go home, or it's just an instant solar flash that takes the 5D people away from the earth. I happen to think it's probably the other way around, because earth she's already ascended to 5D. So I think the 3D people, the people that choose to stay stuck in 3D, will probably be sucked away and taken to another planet. So to live out their 3D existence until they choose to wake up and evolve. And it's everybody's choice, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then yesterday, what I heard was there's a committee basically off planet Earth of all the galaxy, all the planets. They're trying to decide when to have the huge solar flash. And that's not going to shift to a 5D existence. It's just going to make the enlightened people more enlightened and take the negative stuff away. And and then I think about it, and to me, like I told my husband, I said, I think one day when you choose to live from a place of love, and even the enlightened people, we're not 100% there yet. We're getting there. Some of us are further ahead than others. And that's again, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It just is. Everyone is on their journey. Everyone starts in kindergarten or preschool, and they learn and they graduate to the next level. Some people haven't even started school yet. Some people are still in elementary school. Some people have graduated to high school. Some people are in college. Some are going for their bachelor's degree. And it doesn't mean they're better or worse. It's just that's their existence. When you're in kindergarten, your existence is what you know. And then you learn more. And when you go to college, that is your existence. You're hopefully smarter. You have more knowledge. You've gained more skills. And that's what you know. Hopefully you're still open to learning more. And that is what ascension is. You are growing, you're opening your mind, you're learning more, and you're starting to see things from a different existence than the people that haven't learned that yet. And I think what's going to happen, again, I think, because of how everything has been explained and there's common denominators and just what resonates with me, I already live in a relatively 5D existence because I don't get caught up in, like I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and she's like, the religion, organized religion, we've stepped out of that. We know there's more to it. We don't live in those limiting beliefs. We don't live in the drug industry. Yes, there are sometimes you need to go to the doctor. Yes, there are sometimes you need medicine. But for the most part, we go the natural way first because we know we can heal ourselves. And a lot of it is mindset. So, we've stepped out of that. We understand the corruption and the politics and the agenda and all of those things, but we don't get caught up in it. We stay in a positive, we stay out of ego as much. We stay out of ego. If we start to slide back into ego, we understand that, and then we bring ourselves back to center. We bring ourselves back to love. And there's so many other pieces to this, but I think what is happening is our existence is different than the people that choose to stay in 3D. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. And then one day, it's an evolution process. It's evolving. It's not a place. I don't think 5D is a place you go to. It's a frequency. It's a mindset. And one day, even now, I think, oh my gosh, I haven't heard about this in so long. Or I haven't seen so-and-so. Or it's just the more time goes by, it's going to be like these things just aren't in my existence anymore. And that's how, to me, the split is happening. And it's going to get more obvious. It's going to be more apparent. And because I don't live in the negative mindset, in the negative fear, the corruption. I don't get focused on it. Like I said in my last video, it's like, if you want peace, you are the creator of your existence. If you want peace, you have to find it. You have to create the peace within you first. And then the peace comes. If you want happiness and heaven on earth and all of those things, you can't search outside of you to get it. You have to find it. You have to create it in you. And those are the things that I've done, and I can help you. I've helped other people achieve this. They realize that their existence is what they make it. And if you are in turmoil or you are in chaos, you are in a bad relationship, it's because you have that inside of you. And it's not a judgment thing. I have lived in chaos and turmoil and hate and anger and all of those things, but it's because it was inside of me. Once I started to heal that part and go within and stop blaming everybody else for how miserable I was, my life started to shift. So we need to stop waiting for 5D to get here. It's like being taught that God is out there. The angels are out there. Jesus is out there. They're all right here. It's all energy. They're all within you. You are all of it combined. Yes, there are outside forces. There are outside beings. But when you bring it all back to center, when you bring it all back to your heart, that's where everything is. Because all of those things are nothing but love. That's it. And they understand that. And bottom line, you are nothing but love. It's the earthly existence that we've chosen to come back to that's everything else that is lacking love. You know, your ego isn't a bad thing. It's like everything else. You know, it's like a gun. You know, a gun can be used to protect you. A gun can be used to kill somebody in cold blood. It's your choice on how you use it. A knife can be used to cut food. It can also be used to cut somebody else and hurt someone. It's how you choose to use it. Your ego is the same thing. Your ego is here to help you learn and to help you grow, and it only knows what it knows. You can use it for good, or you can get caught up in it and let it feed you instead of you feeding it. And when it feeds you, that's when the negativity comes in. When you feed it, that's when it learns and it grows into more of a positive, loving thing. So I hope this makes sense. I know there are times where I have gotten so frustrated. It's like, oh my God, please hurry up. Just get here. You know, and yes, some days I still wish things would just shift, for God's sake. Because I know, like, my family looks at me like I have 3 heads. People I have talked to for years, they're like, yeah, whatever. I'm so tired of hearing about it, Pam, because it's nothing. They see nothing happening. I see things happening because I choose to see the positive. I see positive things happening. But they choose to be oblivious to all the stuff that I see. So to them, it's like, yeah, whatever. Don't even talk to me about the ascension. Don't even talk to me about God. Don't even talk to me about 5D or 3D or what solar flashes, ETs. They don't want to hear it because they're not seeing it. And that's okay. And, you know, and then the financial reset and big pharma collapsing and the corruption going away and all of these things that we know are happening. They're not happening as fast as we would like, but again, that's our ego. You know, everything happens in divine timing. If you think back, if it happened before you were awake, you wouldn't have been ready. Look how far you've come since you started waking up. I look how far I've come and the things that have transpired since I started waking up, and I think, oh my God, I'm glad it didn't happen then because I wouldn't have gotten it. I wouldn't have understood it. And it's not all about me. You know, this process is not hung on me. But back in 2020, look what happened. Look how many people started waking up in 2020 because something bad happened. Was it really bad if it woke a bunch of people up? No. Did bad things happen? Depends on your perspective. Yeah, which is a whole nother thing. And if you lost a loved one because of that situation, because of that corruption, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. But again, everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. Some people chose to take that path where others didn't. And God loved them. So anyway, stop waiting. Stop waiting for 5D. Stop waiting for the financial reset. Stop waiting for the collapse of the corruption. Stop waiting for whatever. Live, you work on you. Focus on you like I'm focusing on me. And enjoy every minute. Just whatever that minute is, enjoy it. If you have questions, reach out to me. If you haven't signed up, today, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, today by midnight tonight is the last to sign up for my class. So if you haven't signed up for the online coaching class for liberating your consciousness and helping, I'm going to give you tools and tricks and things that I've learned over my entire evolutionary process that will help you expand your consciousness, whether it's on a spiritual level or just an existence level, to see the bigger picture. It doesn't have to be about a spiritual journey. It's just how for you to achieve your heaven on earth. What that means to you. Everybody's is different. So anyway, I'm sending you guys lots of love. The link for the class is listed below. Like I said, midnight tonight will be the cutoff. If you've already signed up and you haven't gotten the questionnaire in, get that into me today, please. So I've got time to review it before we start class on Thursday. And yeah, it's exciting times, people. I don't know what's coming. You know, you listen to one channeler and they'll tell you this. You listen to another channeler and they'll tell you that, and that's something different. Again, listen to it, take what resonates and leave the rest. Because I think when it happens, we're all going to be surprised. We're all going to be shocked. Some people are going to be scared. I'm going to be like, yes, finally. Anyway, lots of love, and we will talk soon.